When we're looking to monitor the performance of our inventory management, control charts are a crucial tool. Control charts are useful in a huge array of business management situations, and especially within manufacturing, you might have come across them in things like statistical process control, SPC. But really, a control chart is just plotting something over time and trying to see if it remains within permitted limits, if it remains in control. Now, for us in inventory, we might want to use it to plot our inventory level over time. This could be the quantity of a particular important item, or the total value of all the inventory in the business, or any other subdivision, but the quantity of inventory over time. Now, the shape of this line is familiar. We can see it going down as the inventory is used up at a regular rate, and then it goes up again when we get a replenishment stock delivery back in, and that cycle continues. And here you can see it remaining within our control limits. We have set an upper control limit and a lower control limit, and really this is just self-set by us to say if it remains within these limits, all is good. But if it goes out of these limits, it requires extra attention, an explanation of what happened. Now, if we go too high, well, nothing's really happened. We've just possessed more inventory than we want to. And that comes with a financial cost. We have to pay to hold it, or it's an exposure to a bit more risk than we might want. And likewise, if we go under the control limit a little bit, well, also nothing's exploded. We haven't run out unless we get down to zero. All we've done is got below our self-set limit where we say we are safe. It's a bit like recording a near-miss accident. Especially in aviation, they do this all the time. If two planes nearly crash or nearly get out of control, that's a big incident, and it's recorded and investigated just the same as if there'd been an actual accident. Now, having too much or too little inventory might not be life and death, but it might be lots of dollars. So again, whilst the inventory level remains within the limits, everything's good. And if it goes outside the limits, then we pay attention and ask why. Sometimes our inventory level will go outside of our upper limit and our lower control limits. And that could look like this. You can see we've used up some inventory, then we had a little replenishment, then we used up a little bit more, and we went below our limit. But then we had a big delivery, and then we ended up going above our limit. Now, how could we use this in a performance metric? Well, we might record the number of times we go outside our limit, but that's only part of the story. If we, you can see the first time we go outside the limit here, it's only by a little bit for a very little bit of time. Whereas this one is clearly a much more serious incident. We go further below our limit and for more time. Up here, we go way above the limit for quite a long period of time. So just recording the number of times we go outside of the limit in a month, in a year, might not give the whole picture. What we could do is calculate the area. The time we go, the area of the time we're below limit and the area of the time above limit. So this accounts for both the duration and the severity we go outside our limits. And we could record that as, inventory quantity days above or below limit. What we mustn't do is add these up. Just because we had some time below the limit and some time above the limit, do not cancel each other out. They must be recorded separately.